welcome to the distinguished guests, Mark Donaldson, Matt Anderson, Clay Watts and Mick Donaldson as well. Look, the aims of this project are to increase parking around the War Memorial. An added bonus of this project is that the completion of it gets handed over to Campbell High School. We can't wait to get into it.
Can I also acknowledge the traditional owners on the land on which we gather, and in their language we say Dawura Nuna, Dawura Nanawal, Yangu Narawiri, Duni Manyan, Nanawawari, Dawura Wari, which means this is Ngunnawal country and today we meet on Ngunnawal country. So I too pay my respects to their elders. But I also pay my respects to the gentleman to my right, Mark Donaldson VC, in the hope that we can honour your service and do honour to those that you served with.
For me, I think it's really, really important that we acknowledge the works, certainly to the War Memorial, not only the vision to tell and capture Australia's efforts and contribution, and I think that's the most important part, because all of our cultures, no matter where we're from, it's all about storytelling. That's how we let the next generation know about what's important to our cultures and learn from those to move forward into the future. So we can tell more stories, we can share more experiences with the Australian community and quite frankly, internationally. Thank you for everyone who's involved in that construction and as a part of that complex, building this car park so those works can happen. And when you're on service and overseas, and I remember whether it was the back of a Bushmaster driving around a small part of Iraq to flying in the back of a Chinook in Afghanistan, you don't really sometimes consider at those points and at those moments how much it takes to get us there. In a way, when I look at it, it comes all the way back to the War Memorial. And then beyond that, the people that are assisting the War Memorial in telling those stories. Whilst turning over some dirt and putting some concrete on the ground might not seem like you're actually helping anyone out at the other end, it really does. So thank you for that.
The development is about Australia's continuing story. If you visited the Australian War Memorial recently, you'll see that in about 15 of my paces, we are trying to tell the story from Vietnam to Tarin Kowt. We're trying to tell the story of 100,000 veterans and the places in which they've served. 62 peacekeeping missions in 30 different countries or disputed territories. What this car park's going to do, ultimately, it's going to give us the space that we need to make sure that the kids can go to school safely, to make sure that those people who work here can work here without parking in the Campbell suburbs. I sincerely thank you for that.
War Memorial is obviously a very special place to me and everyone else. Yeah, it's an honour to be working on this project. Obviously our team we put forward, it's very important we understand how important the War Memorial is. This project has to be of the highest calibre. The delivery will have to be to the best. So very grateful to be among Mark and Clay and Nick. So thank you very much for taking the time to be here with us today.